Hello everyone and welcome to my video on how to be a mid laner. So you're obviously here to learn the role of playing the mid lane position. I split it up into 4 parts, from everything from the laning phase to trading damage in lane, from roaming as mid laner, and then also team fights and who to focus. You are technically the APC of the team, which is ability power carry. I am playing Fizz and this is also a ranked game. Enjoy. So very first thing you want to know is that APC is your main objective. Most mid laners are going to be magic damage, ability power champions. So that being said, I am Fizz and I'm ability power, and so is Ziggs. I do a very good job and I know exactly how Ziggs is. So pretty much the mid lane is one of the most important roles in the entire game. And in order to play this lane effectively, you must know the role inside and out. Mid lane has control over every other lane and has the best access to any action happening across the map. And also, that is very important to know. And if you do not know that, you might want to start to figure it out, because this is a very important role. You can change the game just like a support can. Also, last hitting in lane is very important. I stress this a lot in my other videos. It's still stressed a lot here. I don't care who you are, you want a last hit. Whether you're fed or not, if you have CS, which means farm, you want to have CS. That's so important and I cannot stress it enough. Now this part is very important in any lane really. I didn't really stress it a lot in my other videos that I do, but this is very important because you are the mid laner and you want to get yourself fed just like the ADC. So that being said, is I'm low right here because I do end up getting first blood. Ziggs ends up coming back to lane, and what I ended up doing is I ended up trading damage with him. So I ended up doing more damage because Ziggs is a more skill shot champion and I'm more of a melee champion. So that being said, I do end up getting pretty much his health down to where I'm at. So he tries to lead me in the bush, but I don't go in there. So I figured he came back out, which I probably shouldn't have done this because I knew it was going to happen. But I knew it was going to happen, so I flashed away and got out of the way of Vi's gank. Now that being said, very important to never go into a bush without it being warded. Also very important, knowing when to go in. I just saw he threw his W down, which is his only escape route really, so I know it's on cooldown. So what I do is I E, I Q, and I get the kill. The only reason why I got that kill right there is because I focused him and got the damage in that I could, traded damage. That's the very importance of knowing what to do in certain situations and knowing when to trade damage in the lane. He does poke me a lot. I do a lot of damage to him as well. As you can see, he did escape, and I did kind of stay in the lane a little too long. I am out of potions, so all I have is my Doran's ring, which is my first starting items. So that being said, he did die twice, so he has more damage than me right now, probably, depending on the damage. So I do end up getting my ult first, and I tried to take him out right there. He does end up living, which I should have gone back. It's never bad to go back into lane. That's very important, and trading damage in lane is very important. Now this part in particular is very important. I see Vayne down bot, and as she's very vulnerable, I guess. She doesn't have her support with her. So what I do is I ended up ulting and taking her out, which is very important and part of the roaming stage. No one was down there except Vayne, so I was just gonna go take her out, get myself more fed, and give myself more gold. Now, always as a mid laner, you want to push the lane first. As you can see right here, I saw Vi. I ended up killing Ziggs right before this, and then I saw that the blue is up, so she went towards blue. I ended up taking the turret, so I do want to go check the bush. It's always good to look at your map, because then you have to be more aware. So I do end up taking Vi out right here. I do see her that she did go to blue, so I end up taking her out. I get the blue, and I look down bot. Blitz and Vayne are trying to kill Thresh. Thresh ults, and then does a little more damage to Vayne, so I take out Blitz first as she went down. And then I end up getting the double kill right here, which is very important. So I do get myself more fed, and I do end up pushing the lane out a little farther. So that's pretty much that. I mean, it's pretty simple, but at the same time, you got to know when to do it. So just always push the lane out before roaming. This is so that you do not lose gold and CS. And also that the lane doesn't push to your turret, because the minions will get your turret if you do not push the lane. And then if the enemy mid is roaming, take the tower or follow up. Determining whether to follow up or on an enemy gank from mid can be a tough decision to make. So really, that's just something a decision you really have to make at that time. You really don't want to be worried about it too much, but if you want to go for the objective, go for the objective, but do the right choice for your team. That's what it's all about. So also, supports usually get oracles, but mid laning, never be afraid to buy an oracle for wards. You do end up getting more gold for before support. You do get tons of more gold because you are technically the APC, ability power carry, of the mid laning. So also map awareness as a mid laner for roaming. This is very important for roaming. Map awareness is very key. Always looking at your map to see where other enemies are and what their health is at. So really just try to take advantage of using your map and being aware of everything. Now, team fights are very important in general. We do end up getting Braum first because he was alone, and Shaka was distracting those three up top. So I do end up focusing Ziggs first. He has the lowest amount of health, and I do end up taking them out immediately. Now, they do a very good job of the team fight here. Vayne sticks in the bush and does not move, and then waits till we're all low, and then she does end up getting a triple kill. So this team in particular, I did get a double kill right there, but this team in particular was very good in team fights. They had a very good team comp, and they had a very good focusing. I think we did have an AFK here as well. I think Twitch might have been AFK, so it was really unfortunate that he was AFK. And we do end up losing this game, so they did overall a good job. I think if we had Twitch, it'd be a little more different, because if it's poison, it does a lot of damage, and then plus me being the APC and him being the ADC, I can't carry a whole team by myself. I can if I'm more fed, but I didn't get fed enough, really. So we do end up focusing Fizz right here, and very important. We should have, no one else went after Vayne, everyone else went after Vi. So as you can see, I do end up dying right there, and then we do a very decent job, but Vayne is the last person to die. That is our problem. Braum does end up coming in late, but we didn't focus Vayne until the very last person in that fight. So I don't know why we didn't. I went straight after them, but my team didn't. So that's the really importance of knowing who to focus. I did stress this a lot in my top lane video and my ADC video. Really, in any lane, you want to focus the ADC because they will have the most output damage. Like I repeated before in my ADC video, that they give the most damage and the most attack speed for that champion and that role. So it's very important to focus the right people in team fights. So we're near the end of the video now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I have pretty much all I could was share it with you. Like I said, this team did a very good job. They all went after me first, because I am the most fed out of my whole team. Now, of course, we didn't do a good job. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was fun to do. I hope you guys learned something from this. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and we ended up losing us also. Thanks for watching.